Well, I can't believe this, but we're up to my adventures in nickel plating part 5. Now don't panic, this one's not going to be a really long video like some of the others. This will be a real quick one. I was thinking about a particular aspect of the whole nickel plating process, and it's best illustrated by the very first thing that I nickel plated, which was this cartridge case, and we'll close in and have a look at that. Now what I was thinking about was this area here, which you can clearly see has not been plated, and that was where the crocodile clip was attached. And I was thinking, well, I was wondering whether you could get an effect using this. We know that if you cover up part of what you're nickel plating, and it wasn't completely covered, obviously a crocodile clip stands off, it was only, you know, it was proud of the surface, but it was still enough to stop the plate from forming. So I wondered whether we could use this to gain an effect. Yeah, so what I thought was, what if you intentionally covered up part of the plate that you want to, you're going to nickel plate? Could we possibly make a label out of it? Now these are cheap vinyl self-adhesive letters that I've put on here. Now, I don't know whether this is going to work. They may just float off in the solution for all I know, but I thought, you know, it could be, you know, it could be worth a try. Ideally, what we're going to get, if it works, obviously, we'll get the letters, once I peel them off, will be brass, but all the surrounding brass will be nickel plated. That's the theory. Right, let's give it a go. Okay, turning the power on. Now, I've had to move the plate right down to this end because there is a lip, a raised part at the bottom of this, and that's the deepest point there. So that's why it's right at the end. And I've also put some stuff in. I put that load of empty CO2 cartridges in to raise the level of the solution because it's I guessed wrong on positioning the letters, and it's only just over the top edge of the letters. So, but it's bubbling away, so hopefully we'll see some action. I'll bring you in so you can have a closer look. I'm not going to leave it very long because we don't want like a really heavy coating of nickel. We just want a little coat to see whether it's going to work. So yeah, I'll leave it for say a minute or so, and we'll pull it out and see what's happened. Like I said, for all I know, the letters will just float off in the solution, but I'm hoping the adhesive will be enough to hold them in place. I mean, it looks to me like it's already got a coating of nickel on it. The other thing, of course, is that the brass plate, in this instance, this is wider than my nickel plate. Whether that'll make a difference, I don't know. Let's leave it and we'll pull it out and have a look. Well, I reckon it's been in there for about 3 minutes, maybe. That should be more than enough. So we'll turn the power off and we'll pull it out and have a look. I'll change the camera angle so you can see what it looks like as I take it out of the solution. Alright, let's put her up. A bit higher, I think. Do that over there. Wow, yeah, I don't know whether you can see that, but we've got a lovely, there's a lovely coating of nickel on there. Don't think it's quite as good down at the bottom, but it's pretty even. Right, I'll rinse that off and then we'll pull the letters off and have a look. Well, for some known reason, it's gone sort of a little bit dark up in this corner. I don't know whether that was, maybe that was right on the edge of, you know, where the plate was. But right, let's start pulling these letters off and see what we've got. Oh yeah, that's good. That is good. I'm pleased that the adhesive held. It's actually quite good, the adhesive on the back of these. These are only cheap self-adhesive letters. You know, they weren't like massively expensive. Well, I mean, you can have a quick look now. I think you can probably see how it's come out. I'll do the rest off camera and then we'll have a look at it. Well, trying to light that correctly so you can see it is not easy, but I'm fairly certain that you can see that. So yeah, I think that's come out okay. I mean, like I said, there was a little bit on the corner here, but I think that was probably because it was outside of it. This is wider than the nickel plate, and I think that's what caused the problem. But you've got quite an even coating of nickel, and the letters stand out absolutely fine. There wasn't a lot of bleeding around the edges or anything. So yeah, I mean, it's another use for it. And of course, thinking about it, there's no reason why you couldn't go the other way. If you were to use a stencil, if you had a laser cutter, you could probably cut out a stencil and then stick that onto the brass plate so that the letters would be nickel and the surround would be brass. So yeah, that I'll call that one a success. That actually worked quite well. So yeah, something else that you can use nickel plating for. Make your own labels. Okay, that'll be it for part 5. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers!